What's going on, you Muppets? Good to see you. All right. Welcome, everybody. I'll give it a minute for feed to catch up here so I know which Muppet is where and what Muppet is doing what level of Muppetry, including the Muppet you're looking at now. Beautiful. Is my mic working? Yeah, it seems to be working. It seems to be working just fine. All right. Lean back a little bit. It looks like it's working. Oh yeah. See, I always get the feed quicker on my phone than I do on my damn computer. Hello, Josh Woopak. Must be a cousin of the Wu-Tang Clan. All right. Minhaj, hello. Are you doing a watch along? No. I'm just gonna watch WrestleMania on my own on the big screen. I got a projector, which is actually a pretty cheap projector, but it's makes it so I have like a 100-inch TV, so it's pretty cool. I'm gonna watch it on that. Blast the sound up. Yes, Callum, somebody did say WrestleMania. Robster. Oh, congratulations, Rob. Daughter Olivia is 1 week old now. She's wonderful. Congratulations, man. It's a life changer right there. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Hope everybody's having a good week. It's the middle of the week. A lot of Austin stuff in the chat. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up, but I will be surprised if he gets involved in the main event stuff that's going on. I will be very surprised if he gets involved in that. But if he makes an appearance, you know, I mean, he usually does make an appearance. I'd be shocked if he got involved in the like did a run-in during one of the main events, though. Is that a Tombstone shirt? Says Big. Yes, it is. Good call. Good call. I'll show you. That's one of my favorite movies of all time, Tombstone. I hope The Rock gets stunnered. Says Rob. Yes, if I will be shocked if Austin does a run-in during one of the main events, but if he does, it will be all for naught if Stone Cold doesn't give The Rock a stunner. That's one of my favorite things to see Rock taking a stunner, even though Rock's my favorite wrestler of all time. Undertaker to save Cody? Nah. You can't really... It's tough that... Look, I think... I'm not a Cody fan. I don't get the... I've talked to Craig about this. I don't get the appeal for Cody. But I don't have to. Because he's such like an underdog. The one appeal I do get is how he's a massive underdog who never goes away. He was going to keep fighting no matter what. But other than that, I've never understood. And he wrestles good. But other than that, I've never seen the appeal with Cody Rhodes. But Where was I going with this? If I think he will win on night 2, no matter what happens on night 1, he almost has to win on night 2. Otherwise, you're gonna have 2 years in a row where he loses the main event. Like, what's the point of that? But if he does win, he's got to do it on his own. He can't have any help. He's got to do it on his own. He deserves it at this point. You know? The question is, who will turn? Roman on Rock, Seth on Cody, and will Roman keep the title? Here's the thing. I think if anybody's going to turn on anybody, it's going to be Seth turning on Cody on night 1. And then night 2, whatever stipulations they put on it, Cody's going to win. That's what I think is going to happen. But the best part about it is you don't know. It's usually these things are so predictable, but not this year. You don't know what the fuck's going to happen. And that's what makes it great. And this is like the first, obviously this is the first time I'm talking wrestling on a live stream for like an extended period of time, but this will be the first WrestleMania I've watched in a long time. It's got me hooked. I've been, the last like 2 months I've been watching every week, and it's just, it's fantastic. I can't wait to see what happens. Thank you, Craig, for posting all the movie reactions that I've done on Patreon the past few months. So Seth will be going against heel Drew. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense, but I don't think anybody's turning on anybody. That's the thing. But if you were going to do somebody turning on somebody, I would imagine it would be Seth. So on night 2, Cody can get the win and overcome whatever they throw at him. No, Ryan, I'm not doing a watch along. I can't do a what those it's 2 nights. WrestleMania is 2 nights now, and each show is like 5 hours long. So I couldn't keep up energy to do that. I'm just gonna watch it, in the comfort of my home, pretty much. Favorite wrestler? It's The Rock. I've always been a huge Rock fan. But I prefer Rock like he is now, a heel. I like him better as a bad guy. And I've always liked the bad guys a little bit more. What was this, Ryan? Did you used to play Fight Night Round 3 on PlayStation? I don't think I played Fight Night Round 3. I think I played Fight Night Round 4 and Fight Night Champion on Xbox 360. Those were the 2 that I liked a lot. Any plans to react to the Father Ted documentary? I've gotten a lot of requests for that, but I've never planned on it. Maybe at some point. Cody finally finishes the story and immediately gets cashed in on by Priest. Here's the thing, like Cody, I think Cody will win night 2. But if he does win, you don't have to keep the belt on him for very long. You can screw him over and then have him just keep chasing the belt a lot and get it back a couple times. I don't know. Trying to be like a fucking wrestling booker, but I don't know what I'm talking about. Rock is turning on Roman. See, I don't see that happening. A lot of people are saying Rock is going to turn on Roman, but I don't see it happening. It's just, no, I can't see it happening. I get why people are saying that, but it's just, why would you make Roman a babyface? Like, I like Roman as a heel. because I'm a big fan of the heels. But as a babyface, Roman was like the worst babyface of all time. Why would you ever want to make him back into a babyface? He was the worst one ever. They literally pushed him as a babyface for like almost 10 straight years, and it was terrible. It was fucking terrible. He works so much better as a heel. Which other match other than Cody versus Roman are you looking forward to? I'm very much looking forward to Seth versus Drew. I think that one's going to be good. Um, I also want to see. I don't know. I've developed a little love for LA Knight. I kind of want to see what goes on with his match with AJ Styles. So, and I'm curious of what they do with LA Knight for the next year because they kind of wasted him a little bit. Wow. So we got 60 people in here talking wrestling. This is great. This is a fun live stream. Were you pissed when Roman beat Undertaker? Yes. Yes, Scott. Yes. That was the last WrestleMania that I watched. That was the last one that I actually like purchased and watched a WrestleMania. And I didn't just hate when Roman beat him. I hated that match. Look, I love Undertaker, but I think he should have retired like 10 years before he did. Um I absolutely hate that match. I watched it that one time. I'll never watch it again, and I will always fucking hate that match, dude. It was terrible. One, no, Roman has no business beating Undertaker. But two, Undertaker had no business even being in the ring at that point. Bo Dallas. Wow. So thank you, Craig. That was WrestleMania 33. So that was 7 years ago. That was the last time I watched a WrestleMania. Can you give a? I'm hesitant. Hassel the Hoff. I'm hesitant to say that name because I was about to say Joachim Foreskin, but let me. So you got a boy in Sweden. His name is Joachim Forsgren. I was gonna say Joachim Foreskin. So sorry. I hope your friend doesn't hate me now. But I hope you're doing well in Sweden. AEW or WWE? Is that a trick question? WWE by far. I don't even know who most of the guys in AEW are. Yeah, that was a mania certainly to forget. I hate that they even put Taker versus Reigns on lat. Yeah, it was just terrible, dude. It was terrible. I'm not against when Undertaker lost his first match at WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar. I wasn't against that. I thought that was it wasn't like the best match, but I thought him losing to Brock was pretty cool. I liked it, but him losing to Roman, fuck that. Uh, Josh, what's going on? Did you see the rock concert a few weeks ago? Yes. It wasn't the greatest rock concert, honestly. I thought it was, I mean, it was still good. But compared to the other rock concerts that he's done, wasn't as good. But I've been loving this final boss rock. It's been great. Did you see that Chicago Punk go on the UFC show? Yes, I watched that whole interview with CM Punk, yes. And yes, it's hard to say I'm a fan of CM Punk. I find him very interesting. And he's very good, especially on the microphone. Um, he's one of the best talkers ever. But fan, I mean, let's put it this way: anytime he's on TV or he's doing an interview, I'm gonna watch because I find him very, very interesting. Mama Rhodes. The Heart Foundation. Nix. That's funny. I'd pop if the Heart Foundation come out. Although I'd most of them are no longer with us, sadly. AEW UK TV ratings are very poor. You know, it's funny because I listened to a couple wrestling podcasts, like actually like probably 3 or 4 of them. Four, 3, 4. I think 4, yeah. And it's been mentioned on them. 2 of them are very sour on AEW, but I think all of them have mentioned that. At least the ones that I've listened to have mentioned that AEW does pretty well in the UK. Which I don't know. I don't know anything about that, but I wouldn't be if that's the case. That's what I've heard. But if that's the case, I wouldn't be surprised because I know there's a lot of wrestling fans in the UK. So, but from what I've heard on the podcast, the ratings on in the UK do all right, but the ratings here in the States suck. They've lost like a lot of viewers ever since what was that last big pay-per-view they did in Wembley? Like All Out or something? I don't know. Again, I don't watch, I tried to watch AEW for like a couple weeks and honestly, if you're a fan of AEW, more power to you, but I watched like a couple weeks of AEW and I was like, man, this shit sucks. And I didn't like it. And I only tried to watch it because CM Punk was there, but then everything else that I saw, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? This is weird. Bloodline rules. Jay Cartwright runs in and knocks everyone out for Cody to win. You forgot that he starts tossing hams into the crowd. That would be the best part. Oh, so AEW's it's only on at 1 in the morning. Yeah, that's a tough. It's tough to get ratings for that. I mean, yeah, that if that's the case, then yeah, I wouldn't expect the ratings to be that high. Jim Cornette is the GOAT and knows his stuff. Let's get him and Eric in a podcast talking about Tony. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Jim Cornette's podcasts. His co-host though, what's his name? Brian Last. That guy fucking hates The Rock. It's so funny. He never gives The Rock any credit for anything. Hey King, ever thinking of a rewatch of The In-Betweeners? Yes, I'm actually thinking about it I've been thinking about it a lot lately, actually. Will it happen anytime soon? I'm gonna lean towards probably not, but maybe within the next year. So, but yes, I've been thinking about it a lot. Did you watch Sting's retirement match and speech? No. No. I like Sting, but I have no interest in watching, I have no interest in watching a 60-year-old man, um, fight against, you know, two very short trampoline artists. No interest in that. I did see the spot with, what's his name, Darby Allin, when he jumped through the glass, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck was the point of that? Big fan of the Boss Man. The Big Boss Man. I wasn't there a WrestleMania where Undertaker like basically like lynched him or sacrificed him in the ring or something like that? It must have been during the Attitude Era, because that's a crazy thing to do. Real glass. Real glass. Cry me a river. Oh, I gotta do a whiny voice in order to imitate that. That's the only time I've ever seen, what's his name, Jungle Boy?
You know what this is? Real glass! Cry me a river!
Oh, that is one of the funniest stories in wrestling history. Bro got hanged yes, Nick, he got hanged on live fucking pay-per-view. It was crazy. It was crazy. Oh my god. Have you ever been to a WWE show? Yes, I've been to, and not in a very long time. I've only been to two. I was at Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. In what it was the match, it was Kevin Nash's last match against Triple H. That's what I remember most from that. And Daniel Bryan came in and cashed in his briefcase. Other than that, it wasn't very memorable. But yeah, it was Triple H and Kevin Nash in that shitty ladder match that they did. And then the only other WWE show that I've been to was when it was WWF. It was another pay-per-view. And for those of you who remember this, you're probably like, holy shit, you were there? Because this one was very memorable. It was in Washington, D.C., in the year 2000. It was Backlash 2000, the pay-per-view after WrestleMania, when The Rock defeated Triple H with the help of none other than Stone Cold Steve Austin. I was there, but I was way up in the fucking nosebleeds. But it was the loudest crowd reactions I've ever heard in my life. I think I was like, my hearing was fucked up for the next couple days. That was amazing. That was incredible. And I was only 12 years old at the time, but so I had a friend whose mom took us to that. That was amazing. Triple H back in the day raped a corpse. Yeah, that was... you'll never see shit like that again. The storylines from those days were just... Yeah, they had Mae Young giving birth to a hand. What the hell? Just crazy stuff, man. But yeah, I'm very excited about this WrestleMania. It's gonna be hopefully it's gonna be great. I've never been this excited for wrestling in like a decade. King Boomer, do you like WWE video games? Nah, I've never, the newer video games, I never got into them with wrestling. I went to SummerSlam Wembley in the 90s. Oh, is that the one with, was that when Bret Hart faced British Bulldog? Because if it is, that's awesome. Jason. Oh, Baby Boomer's doing good. Thank you, Jason. Thank you for asking. Angle versus HBK, WrestleMania 21. That was a really good match. Yes. Favorite Mania matches? I mean, there's a lot of them. Where do I start with that? I don't know. I think my favorite was Rock versus Triple H at Backlash 2000 because I was there. And I remember that one so well. Why did you stop watching Friday Night Dinner? I did not, Begbie. I finished it on Patreon. The reason there's missing episodes on YouTube is because YouTube blocked them. If I ever start a show on YouTube, reaction to a show, and you just stop seeing them, I've probably posted like several times in the community tab, or I've mentioned it in intros in other videos that they have been blocked because YouTube has a habit of blocking a lot of the UK show reactions that I do now. So most of the show reactions I do are now on Patreon because they don't block anything. But YouTube is still great. I don't want to sound like I'm trashing YouTube. They can do whatever they want, but I just like being on YouTube. Without the YouTube, I wouldn't have the Patreon, so. Limp Bizkit promo. Yeah, the My Way. The My Way promo. People are obsessed with that, and I can see why. That is not my favorite of the trilogy. So we're getting to favorite matches now. Of the trilogy, Craig, I actually talked to you about this the other day. Because there's WrestleMania 15, 17, and 19. It was Rock versus Austin all 3 times. I think my favorite is 19, and it's not because Rock wins. It's just because I just love that match of the 3, which is a minority opinion, by the way. Most people like 17 the most, and if not, it's 15. I love the opening of the Rock versus Austin at WrestleMania 19. Because Austin, it just opens up where Austin just fucking punches him like 20 times. Bam! Bam! Like, there's not enough of that in wrestling anymore, just punching people. Like, I did, like, you know, my personal opinion on wrestling, they need to get away from, like, the gymnastic shit again and just start beating the shit out of each other like they used to. Or at least pretend to beat the shit out of each other. Yeah, Ollie's. Yeah, you're right. By 19, Austin's like, I mean, he almost didn't do that match because he was in the hospital like the night before. But yeah, that was his last like real match, other than when he came back recently, like a couple years ago or whatever it was, against Kevin Owens. But I still love that match. And the end is great too. Austin refuses to fucking die, and Rock literally has to, like, you know, kill the fucking guy to pin him. But Austin sold his soul. Yeah, the ending of WrestleMania, that match at WrestleMania 17 is so good, but then the ending just kills it for me. Because, you know, why would you have everyone's hero, you know, who nobody in that building is booing him, nobody in the world is booing him, and then have him turn heel like that with Vince, you know? It was just a dumb move. I am Wu Pack. I am indeed a cousin of the Wu Tang, though. Much respect. Stewart says, I stopped watching wrestling around 2009. I only return for Mania each year. See, I used to be the same way. Like, for a long time, I would just watch WrestleMania every year and nothing else wrestling related. I wouldn't watch Raw or SmackDown. And eventually I just soured on it enough to where I stopped watching WrestleMania too. But these last 2 months have gotten me fired up to watch wrestling again, enough so that I'm watching it on TV again. Few Scots in WWE now. Well, the only one I can think of is Drew. I'm sure you know better than me. But Drew's been in WWE for a while. But man, Drew is like really fucking good now. I'm actually really liking Drew McIntyre stuff from what I've seen the past couple of months. Toast of London. Tom, I don't know if I don't know when I'm gonna get around to it. It might be 10 years from now. I got so many requests that I gotta get through. Your opinion on the Saudi Arabia pay-per-views? I don't have one because regardless of what I say about it, I'm saying something wrong. That's just gonna get somebody worked up for me picking the wrong answer. And I don't feel like engaging in that nonsense. Drew needs a title. He's so good. I think, I actually, I like Seth Rollins, but I'm actually hoping Drew wins. I think, yeah, Drew deserves title at this point with the work from the work I've seen him do the past 2 months. Give that man a title. Lost in a crowd. The Peep Show reactions again. They've been if you don't see them anymore, it's because they've been blocked by YouTube. I finished them on Patreon months ago. Anytime you see a show that I'm reacting to on YouTube and it stops appearing, it's because it's been blocked.
Hi, how are you?
Craig! I'm doing good. How are you? Thank you for the super chat. It's very kind. Pizza Roll says I'm going bald. Me too. The last time I watched a WrestleMania, my hairline was normal. Like granddad, Ryan, your granddad looks like Hulk Hogan. Is he jacked like Hogan? How much does Queen Boomer like wrestling? No, she doesn't watch it. She doesn't like wrestling at all. 16. Somebody mentioned that earlier. If Cody won the title, then Priest cashes it in right away. Somebody mentioned that. That would be funny. What was the last Mania you watched? It was I've been told it was 33. It was the one where Roman Reigns beat The Undertaker, the worst match in the history of fucking WrestleMania. Actually, when I think of all the bad matches I've seen at WrestleMania, that comes to mind, and then there's the one again. It was old ass Bret Hart versus even older Vince McMahon. That one was fucking. I was like, what the fuck is this? I was just watching a John Cena prank. Oh, the prank call one? Yeah. That's classic. Hello, is Champ there? Who's Champ? That question will be answered this Sunday night at Super Slam. Was that the one where he left the boots in the ring? I don't know if I saw the part where he left the boots in the ring, Ollie. I don't know if that was the same one. But, yeah, the one I'm thinking of is where... I think as soon as Roman beat Undertaker, I shut it off. I was like, that was a waste of my time. Seeing Tom betray his dad live in person. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, is Champ there? Hello, Holly. Oh yeah, I don't know when that's right, Seth. I don't know when Damian Priest won the Money in the Bank thing, so I don't know if he has to cash it in or not. I don't know. But that's a good question, Circle. What would King Boomer's finisher be? I don't know. It'd have to have the word Muppet in it, wouldn't it? I need some name. How about the chat? I'll ask the chat. What would a good name for a finishing move for King Boomer be? Let's hear him. Imagine Gordon Ramsay as a wrestler. Yeah. Fucking come here. Arius in the hey, what's going on, Daniel? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Daniel, one half of Embrace the Suck 21, and now one half of Embrace the Globe 21. I was checking out some of the stuff you're doing on there. It's pretty cool. The Kingslayer? I feel like that's taken from what's his the fucking Lannister guy. Boo Muppet. Meh. The Muppet Death Drop. Eh. The King Boominator. I don't know. How about the Muppetizer? How's that for a finishing move? Muppet Driver. The Muppet Mutilator. Lucky you not having to stay up until 5 a.m. for 3 days. Is it I thought it was 2 days WrestleMania's on. Not 3. Retro, what's going on, man? Muppet Plex. I like that one. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Hope all is well with you and your family, too. Boomstone pile driver. The Muppets bucket? What would that be? You take your opponent, put him in a corner, and make him take a shit? Oh, Daniel, thank you. You're too kind, sir. You are too kind. Thank you for the super chat. You should have wrote something. That way I have my robot read it out for you. But thank you so much. Finishing move, the Caravan Club. I like that one. The Muppet Mambo. That sounds more like a dance. Let's do the Muppet Mondo. The Muppet Mondo. The Muppet Mondo. Whoops. I almost broke one of my lights here. Ugh. The lamb sauce. Uh-oh. That was me. That was my computer. Got a random pop-up here. I'd call a good finishing move the Maryland income tax. I don't have to do that anymore. I'm in Florida, man. No state income tax here. I think Maryland is like the second most taxed state in the United States. I think number one is Massachusetts. Of course, this is my knowledge from like 10 years ago. I'm sure California has surpassed everybody at this point. Because California likes to tax the shit out of their people. Yeah, thank you, Daniel. California can raise your taxes by 50%, but they can't clean up the shit in their streets. Oh, the Hall of Fame. Maybe that's what the first night is on. Is the Hall of Fame ceremony. I've never watched the Hall of Fame ceremony. I usually watch, like, if it's somebody I really like, I'll send it, I'll watch, like, a clip of, like, the speech on YouTube or something. Oh, Craig! Stop it. The Muppet's elbow. I don't know. I like the Muppetizer. It could be better though. There's a name of a finishing move that I could use that's out there. We just haven't found it yet. Ever watched any of the Dark Side of the Ring episode? Yes. I really like that that show. That show's fantastic. I haven't seen every single one, but I usually watch them like a year later because I don't subscribe to Vice TV or whatever that shit's on. But whenever somebody uploads it on YouTube, I watch it. Favorite Jim Cornette Vince Russo rank? What do you mean by that? That's like I don't know. I mean, those two guys hate each other, so I'm not sure what you're trying to say there. Question for you. If you emigrated to another country anywhere in the world, would you give up your American citizenship so as not to pay U.S. taxes for the rest of your life? Probably not, because I have family in the United States. If I moved to another country, I don't know. That's a tough question to answer. Oh, favorite Jim Cornette, Vince Russo rant. Okay. Okay.
WHO let this gobshite on the television.
Thank you, Craig. Appreciate the super chat, man. I'm trying to think of my favorite. I don't know. It's probably the original one, that, you know, the one on the the grainy tape where he's got his glasses on and he's actually pretty young in the clip. And he says, "I hope Vince is watching this. Matter of fact, if you're watching this, sue my fucking ass." That's probably my favorite one, because he went after Vince Russo for like full hour on that one. Thank you, James. Thank you for calling me a jabroni too. I really appreciate that. I got called a jabroni today. That's fucking awesome. All right. Well, yeah, WrestleMania is going to be fun. Been like the first time I've been looking forward to it in forever. But it was good chatting with you guys too. It's been a while since I did a live chat here. So, hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to hop on out of here cuz I got to get some more reactions done. There's yeah, but Steve, I don't have any plans on living anywhere else, so I'm not worried about it. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I got some reactions to do. I got reactions scheduled on YouTube for like the next 2 weeks. So, in fact, there's the one that dropped today. The outrageous name of the town, Grope. You know what? I got another UK town name video dropping tomorrow, and I think that one's even better because there's multiple of them. So I hope you guys enjoy that one. That'll drop tomorrow. So I'm interested in seeing what you guys think of that one. I had a really good time doing that one. And on Patreon, I got stuff scheduled for the next 2 days, I think. So, but gotta get out of here. Gotta get back to work. So. Much love to everybody. Hope you have a good day and stay safe.